Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum, Science, Grade 5, Quarter 2, Lesson 3. Our topic for this week is about male and female reproductive system. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies and objectives. The learners identify from pictures and label diagrams the parts of the female reproductive system as ovaries, uterus, and vagina, and those of the male reproductive system as the prostate, testes, and penis, and describe how they work. Lesson objectives. First, describe the parts of the female reproductive system. Second, describe the parts of the male reproductive system. Third, explain the function of male and female reproductive organs. Fourth, explain the process of reproduction in humans. Day 1. Let's have a short review. Sequencing activity. Print and cut out the pictures and labels of the human life cycle stages. Place them randomly on one side of the board. Draw an empty life cycle chart with arrows on the other side. Take turns picking one picture, say the stage name out loud, and stick it in the correct spot on the chart. Repeat until all pictures are placed. Check the chart together and fix any mistakes. Let's read the choices. Childhood, old person, fetus in the womb, adolescent or teenager, baby or infant, adulthood. Let's answer the life cycle of human. Stage 1, fetus in the womb. Stage 2, baby or infant. Stage 3, childhood. Stage 4, adolescent or teenager. Stage 5, adulthood. And stage 6, old person. Lesson purpose. The primary purpose of this lesson is to deepen your understanding of the human reproductive system, with a specific focus on the structures and functions of the male and female reproductive organs, including the ovary, vagina, uterus, prostate, penis, and testes. This lesson aims to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of how these organs contribute to human reproduction. To engage your current understanding, start with guided questions such as the following. A. Can anyone describe what an embryo is? B. How do you think an embryo is formed in the human body? C. What is an embryo and what stage of the human life cycle does it appear? D. How does an embryo form inside the mother's body? E. Why do you think both a male and a female are needed to create an embryo? F. Can you name any parts of the male and female bodies that you think are important for creating a new life? G. How do you think the baby grows from an embryo to being born? What parts of the mother's body help the baby grow? H. What does the word reproduction mean to you? I. Why is reproduction considered an essential part of the life cycle? And J. How do you think the male and female bodies contribute to reproduction? The formation of an embryo is a result of reproductive processes. The concept of sexual reproduction as the means by which humans reproduce. Unlocking content area vocabulary. Word sort. Carefully select words that you believe are related to the human reproductive system. Once a word is selected, move it to the related to reproductive system section of the board. Unrelated terms should be grouped separately in the unrelated terms section. Unlocking content area vocabulary. Here are the word cards. Now, let's look for related to reproductive system. Reproduction, fertilization, ovary, uterus, vagina, prostate, testis, and penis. Unrelated terms, we have circulatory, apple, earth, kidney, liver, ears, lungs. Let us study the following words. Reproductive system, the group of the body parts that work together for the purpose of reproduction. Reproduction, a process by which organisms replicate themselves. Fertilization, the union of a sperm and to form an embryo. Female reproductive system includes ovaries, womb, and vagina. Female reproductive system, ovary, a female reproductive organs which egg cells are produced. Uterus, the hollow, pear-shaped organ in a woman's pelvis where a fetus or unborn baby develops and grows, also called womb. Vagina, a canal in female that receives the male reproductive cells or sperms and is part of the birth canal during the birth process. Male reproductive system includes prostate, penis, and testes. Male reproductive system, prostate, a gland in the male reproductive system. Testes is one of two egg-shaped glands inside the scrotum that produce sperm and male hormones, also called testicle. Penis, an external male reproductive organ. It contains a tube called the urethra, which carries semen and urine to the outside of the body. Subtopic number 1, Human Reproductive System. Explicitation. There are parts in both the male and female bodies that work together to create life, almost like pieces of a puzzle. Can anyone guess what this might be? Today, we're going to discover what these pieces are and how they fit together. Task number 1. Sorting word cards. Divide students into small groups. The first group begins by sorting the word cards into the correct boxes, based on whether they belong to the male or female reproductive system. After sorting, Each group explains their reasoning for the placement of each card. And here's the word bank. Circulatory, fertilization, reproduction, penis, testes, prostate, vagina, uterus, and ovary. Now, let's answer box 1, male reproductive system. Penis, testes, and prostate. Now, let's go on with box number 2, female reproductive system. Vagina, uterus, and ovary. Labeling diagrams. A different group of students is now responsible for labeling the diagrams using the correctly sorted word cards from Part 2. Students explain their labeling choices. Male reproductive system. This is the sperm, testes, and penis. Next, for female reproductive system, we have the womb, ovaries, and the vagina. And this is the egg. Task number 2, comparative visualization. Place each card in the appropriate column, male or female, based on the organ system. After placing the card, the student briefly mentions the function of the organ, emphasizing the role it plays in the reproductive system. Now, let's go on first with male. Organ, testes. Function, produce sperm and testosterone. Organ, penis. Function, passes semen out of the body. Prostate gland. Function, produces prostatic fluid, aids in ejaculation. Next, let's have the female. Organ, ovaries. Produce eggs and hormones or estrogen and progesterone. Vagina connects uterus to the outside birth canal. And last, uterus, site of fertilization, supports embryo development. Male versus female reproductive organs. Male testes, location, outside the body in the scrotum. Female ovaries, location, inside the body. Function, male testes, produce sperm and testosterone. Function, female ovaries, produce eggs and hormones, estrogen, progesterone. Secondary reproductive organ. Male penis, location, outside the body. Female vagina, location, inside the body. Male penis, function, passes semen out of the body. Female vagina, function, connects uterus to the outside birth canal. Accessory organ. Male prostate gland, location, below the bladder in front of the rectum. Female fallopian tubes, uterus, location, within the pelvic cavity. Male prostate gland, function, produces prostatic fluid, aids in ejaculation. Female fallopian tubes, uterus, function, site of fertilization, supports embryo development. Please be guided by the following notes. Female reproductive system. The female reproductive system is a sophisticated arrangement of organs designed to support conception, pregnancy, and childbirth. It comprises several key components including the ovaries, womb or uterus, and vagina. Ovaries. The ovaries are a pair of small almond-shaped organs located in the lower abdomen on either side of the uterus. They are responsible for producing and releasing eggs or ova as well as hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Each ovary contains thousands of follicles, each housing an immature egg. Womb or uterus. The womb or uterus is a hollow, pear-shaped organ where a fertilized egg implants and develops into a fetus during pregnancy. It consists of three main parts: the fundus or top portion, body or the central part, and cervix, the lower part. The inner lining of the uterus, known as the endometrium, thickens each month in preparation for a potential pregnancy. Fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes are slender tubes that extend from the uterus to the ovaries. They serve as the pathway for eggs to travel from the ovaries to the uterus. Fertilization typically occurs in the fallopian tubes when a sperm meets an egg. Vagina. The vagina is a muscular canal that connects the uterus to the external genitalia. It serves as the birth canal during delivery, allowing the passage of the baby from the uterus to the outside world. The vagina also plays a role in sexual intercourse and menstruation. During the menstrual cycle, the female reproductive system undergoes a series of hormonal changes and physiological processes to prepare for potential fertilization and pregnancy. If fertilization does not occur, the uterine lining sheds during menstruation, marking the start of a new cycle. Male reproductive system. The male reproductive system is intricately designed with several key organs, including the testes, penis, and prostate, each playing a pivotal role in reproduction. This system is primarily external, with most of its components located outside the body cavity for optimal function. Testes. The testes are a pair of oval-shaped organs enclosed in the scrotum, a skin sac that hangs outside the body. This external placement is crucial for temperature regulation, as sperm production requires a temperature slightly lower than the body's core temperature. Each testis is a sperm-producing factory, generating millions of sperm cells daily, which are essential for fertilization. Penis. The penis serves as the conduit for transferring semen into the female reproductive tract during sexual intercourse. It is comprised of spongy tissues that can expand and harden an erection, allowing for the passage of semen out of the male body. The semen, a fluid containing sperm, is ejaculated through the urethra, a tube running through the penis. Prostate gland. An integral but often overlooked component of the male reproductive system is the prostate gland. Situated just below the bladder and surrounding the urethra, the prostate produces a significant portion of the fluid that makes up semen. This fluid helps nourish and transport sperm, playing a critical role in the success of fertilization. The prostate secretions are vital for the sperm's longevity and mobility, ensuring they can survive the journey to potentially fertilize an egg. Together, these organs work in concert to produce, maintain, and transport sperm, the male reproductive cells, and semen, the fluid that carries them. The coordinated activities of the testes, penis, and prostate are essential for the male's role in reproduction, highlighting the complexity and efficiency of the male reproductive system. Day 3. Activity number 1, Understanding the reproductive organs. Part 1, Reproductive organ puzzle. Cutting and organizing. Use scissors to carefully cut out each puzzle piece from the worksheet. Assembly and labeling. Solve the puzzle by arranging the pieces to reconstruct the complete male and female reproductive systems in your notebook. Paste the corresponding label using an arrow to connect the part to its label. Ensure that each reproductive organ is labeled correctly. Brighten up your finished jigsaw puzzle with fun colors. And here's the reproductive organ puzzle. Let's try to answer. Female reproductive organ. Ovary, uterus or womb, vagina, and fallopian tube. Male reproductive organ. Prostate gland, penis, testes. Discussion. Can you identify which parts are exclusive to the male or female reproductive systems and which are common in both? Answer. The parts that are exclusive to males are the penis and testes, while the ovaries, uterus, and vagina are exclusive to females. The urethra is common to both. What are the main differences in structure you noticed between male and female reproductive system? Answer. The main difference in structure is that the male system is mostly outside the body, while the female system is mostly inside. Part 2. Organ function table. Number 1. Cutting and pasting. Cut out the function flop table from the worksheets and paste it into your notebooks. Number 2. Filling out the table. The outer portion of the flap will list the names of the reproductive organs. Upon opening the flap, you will see 3 columns. The left column for the name of the organ, the center for a drawing of the organ, which you will create, and the right column for the function of the organ. Let's try to answer. First, ovaries. Releases eggs and makes hormones. Second, fallopian tube. Carries the egg from the ovary to the uterus. Vagina. Receives sperm and is the birth canal. Uterus, where the baby grows during pregnancy. Fourth, testes. Produces sperm and hormones. Fifth, penis. Transfers sperm into the female body. Prostate gland produces fluid that helps sperm move and survive. How does each organ contribute to the reproductive system's overall function? Answer: each organ helps the reproductive system by doing a special job. Like the testes make sperm, the ovaries release eggs, and the uterus is where a baby can grow. Every organ works together to make reproduction possible. Which organs are involved in reproductive hormone production and regulation? Answer: the organs that make hormones are the testes in boys. They make testosterone. And the ovaries in rights. They make estrogen. These hormones help the body grow and develop during puberty. Part 3: Male versus female reproductive organs comparison. First, cutting and pasting. Cut out the comparison flop table from your worksheets and paste it into your notebooks. Second, labeling the table. The outer portion of the flop will be labeled male versus female reproductive organs. Third, completing the table. Upon opening the flop, you will see 3 columns. The left column labeled sex, the center column for male reproductive organs, and the right column for female reproductive organs. Each section should be filled out with information regarding primary, secondary, and accessory reproductive organs, including their location and function. Fourth, analysis and discussion. After completing the table, discuss about the similarities and differences observed between the male and female reproductive organs and their functions. Think about the biological significance of these similarities and differences. And here's the table that you need to answer. Primary organs: male, testes, make sperm and testosterone located in the scrotum. Female, ovaries, release eggs and estrogen found inside the lower abdomen. Secondary organs: male, penis, transfers sperm. Female, vagina, receives sperm and is the birth canal. Accessory organs: male, prostate gland, urethra, scrotum, help transport and protect sperm. Female, uterus, fallopian tubes, uterus holds the baby, tubes carry egg to uterus. Discussion. Number 1. Why do you think certain organs have similar functions across male and female reproductive system? Answer: some organs have similar functions because both males and females are needed for reproduction. For example, both have organs that make reproductive cells, sperm and egg, and both have ways to move those cells in the body. Number 2. How do the differences in organs and functions reflect the biological roles of each gender in reproduction? Answer: the differences in organs show how each gender helps in reproduction. Males produce and deliver sperm, while females produce eggs and provide a place, the uterus, where the baby can grow. Each part has a special job for making new life possible. Day 4, subtopic number 2, reproduction in human. Task number 1. Let's begin with the question, how does human life begin? Look at the pictures showing how a mother's abdomen grows during pregnancy. These images help us understand the stages of human development, starting from conception, when the sperm and egg meet, to birth. As we go through each picture, observe how the baby grows and changes inside the mother's womb. Starting as a tiny cell, then slowly forming body parts like the heart, arms, and legs. This process is called human development, and it shows how life begins and grows before birth. Look at these pictures. First trimester, second trimester, third trimester, and birth. Share to the class your observations. Visual thinking strategy. Write down your observations and initial thoughts about the changes you see in the sequence. Write your key observations in the table below. Visual thinking strategy. First month, observation, the tummy is still flat and the mother doesn't look pregnant yet. Second month, the tummy is still small, maybe the baby is just starting to grow. Third month, the belly starts to show a small bump. Fourth month, the tummy is more noticeable. The baby might be getting bigger. Fifth month, the mother's tummy is rounder now. The baby is growing fast. Sixth month, the belly looks big. The baby might be kicking already. Seventh month, the tummy is much bigger. The baby looks almost ready. Eighth month, the belly is really big now. The baby might be moving a lot. Ninth month, the tummy is at its biggest. The baby is ready to be born soon. Guide questions. Number 1, what do you notice about the size of the tummy from the first to the last picture? Answer, the tummy starts small and flat, then gets bigger little by little until it's very big in the last picture. Number 2, how much does the tummy grow each time? Answer, it grows a bit more each month. The change is small at first, but later it grows faster and becomes more round. Number 3, what do you think the baby is doing as the tummy grows? Answer, I think the baby is growing, moving, and starting to develop body parts like hands, feet, and a heartbeat. Number 4, why is it important to see how the tummy changes? Answer, it helps us understand how the baby is developing and know if the mother and baby are healthy. Number 5, when the tummy is at its biggest, what can you guess about the baby inside? Answer, the baby is almost ready to be born. It's probably fully grown and taking up a lot of space. Task number 2, storytelling. Fatima's journey to meeting Zainab. Once upon a time, inside a quiet and warm place called the womb, there was a tiny fertilized egg, no bigger than a dot. This dot was the beginning of a little girl named Fatima. Fatima was very special because she was about to start an incredible journey of growth. In the great river of life, unlike the fish who lay their eggs in the water, humans like Fatima grow inside their mothers, safe and sound. Fatima, who was just a fertilized egg, found the perfect spot in her mother's womb, a soft and nourishing place called the uterus. Within just 3 weeks, Fatima was no longer just a dot. She became what we call an embryo. It was the very first stage of becoming a person. She was tiny and hardly looked like a baby at all. but all the magic had already started. As days turned into weeks, something amazing happened. 8 weeks after she started her journey, Fatima had transformed. She wasn't just an embryo anymore. She became a fetus. Now, she had the tiny beginnings of arms and legs. And she was beginning to look more like a little human, a tiny version of you and me. Fatima grew and grew, and after about 24 weeks, she started to move. Her muscles and bones were getting stronger every day. If you could have seen her, you would have said she was practicing to run and hug. Then, at around 36 weeks, Fatima was almost ready to meet the world. Her hair was curly and soft, and her tiny fingernails were just like tiny seashells. She was preparing for her grand entrance. Finally, after about 37 to 40 weeks of waiting, it was time. Fatima had become Zainab, a beautiful newborn baby with bright eyes, ready for her first breath of air. With a little help, she left the cozy womb and was cradled in the loving arms of her mother. Nearby, her big brother Usain looked on with wide, excited eyes. He had a new sister and he couldn't wait to teach her about the world. And so, Fatima's journey, which started with just a little dot, had brought a new life into the world, and her family named her Zainab. They all lived happily, learning and growing together each day. Activity number 2, growing baby, from tiny egg to newborn. Number 1, cut out the pictures and flip open sheets. Below are pictures showing different stages of a baby growing in the womb, each with a corresponding flip open sheet beside it. Carefully cut out each picture and its flip open sheet along the dotted lines. Number 2, arrange and paste the pictures. In your notebook, arrange the pictures in order from the fertilized egg to the 40-week stage, just like the journey Zainab went through. Once in the correct order, glue only the left side of each flip open sheet next to its corresponding picture. This will allow the sheet to flip open and close. Number 3, write descriptions. Open the flip sheet beside each picture. Inside, write a sentence or two about what's happening to the baby at that stage. For example, at 24 weeks, you might write, "The baby can now hear mom's voice." At 34 weeks, the baby is practicing breathing for the outside world. And at 40 weeks, the baby is ready to greet its family. And here's the table that you need to answer. First picture, the baby is just starting to form and still very tiny. It's called an embryo. Second, the baby is now called a fetus. You can start to see the shape of arms and legs forming. Third, the baby can move. Its muscles and bones are getting stronger. It might even start to hear sounds. Fourth, the baby is almost ready. Hair and nails are starting to grow, and it's getting bigger every day. Fifth, the baby is fully grown and ready to be born soon. Sixth, the baby is born, ready to meet and be cared for by its family. Discussion questions. Thinking about Fatima's story, what are some big changes or important moments you remember about how Zainab grew before she was born? Answer: I remember that Zainab started as a tiny dot called a fertilized egg, then became an embryo after 3 weeks. At 8 weeks, she became a fetus with arms and legs. At 24 weeks, she could move because her muscles and bones were stronger. By 36 weeks, she had hair and nails. Finally, after about 40 weeks, she was born as a healthy baby. Number 2, which part of Zainab's growing up inside her mom did you find really interesting or cool? Tell us why. Answer: I think the coolest part was when she started to move at 24 weeks. It's amazing that even before she was born, she was already practicing to run and hug. Number 3, imagine if you were Zainab, cozy and snug in the womb. What do you think it would feel like? Answer: I think it would feel warm, safe, and quiet. I would feel like I was being hugged all the time and I could rest and grow without any worries. Matching activity. Read the names of the organs and their functions. Draw a line to match the organ with the correct function. Let's answer. Testes. Produce sperm and testosterone. Penis. Passes semen out of the body. Prostate gland. Produces prostatic fluid, aids in ejaculation. Ovaries. Produce eggs and hormones, estrogen, progesterone. Vagina. Connects uterus to the outside birth canal. Uterus. Site of fertilization, supports embryo development. Formative assessment. Part 1, multiple choice questions. Human life cycle. Number 1, which of the following stages is the correct sequence of the human life cycle? A. Infant, adolescence, adult, elderly. B. Adolescent, infant, adult, elderly. C. Adult, infant, adolescent, elderly. D. Elderly, adolescent, infant, or adult. Answer: A. Infant, adolescent, adult, and elderly. Number 2. At what stage of the human life cycle does puberty typically occur? A. Infant. B. Child. C. Adolescent. D. Adult. Answer: C. Adolescent. Part 3. Fill in the blank. Reproductive organs and functions. Number 3. The blank are the male reproductive organs that produce sperm and testosterone. Answer: testes. Number 4. The blank is the female reproductive organ where a fertilized egg implants and grows into a fetus. Answer: uterus. Number 5. Blank is the process by which a sperm cell and an egg cell combine to form a new life. Answer: fertilization. Part 3. True or false? Human reproduction facts. Number 6. True or false? The female reproductive system includes the prostate. Answer: false. Number 7. True or false? Human life begins as a single cell formed from the union of two gametes. Answer: true. Part 4, short answer, reproductive processes. Number 8, describe the journey of a sperm cell from production to the potential fertilization of an egg. Answer, sperm cells are made in the testes, then travel through tubes called the vas deferens. They mix with fluids from the prostate and other glands to form semen, which leaves the body through the penis during ejaculation. If sperm enters the female reproductive system, it travels through the vagina, into the uterus, and then to the fallopian tube, where it may meet and fertilize an egg. Number 9, explain the role of the uterus in the development of a fetus. Answer, the uterus is where a fertilized egg implants and grows. It protects and nourishes the developing fetus until it is ready to be born. Part 5, matching organ functions. Number 10, match the reproductive organ with its function. A. Ovaries. Function, site of egg production and release of hormones. B. Testes. Function, site of sperm production. C. Uterus. Function, houses and nurtures the developing fetus. D. Fallopian tubes. Functions, transports eggs from the ovaries to the uterus. Part 6, diagram labeling, visual assessments. 11. Given diagrams of the male and female reproductive system, label the following parts: testes, penis, prostate, ovaries, uterus, and vagina. And here's the answer: uterus, ovaries, vagina, prostate, testes, penis. Reflection questions, understanding and application. Number 12. Why is it important to understand the human life cycle and reproductive system? Answer, it's important to understand the human life cycle and reproductive system so we know how life begins, how our bodies change as we grow, and how to take care of ourselves at each stage. This knowledge also helps us make responsible and healthy choices. Number 13, how do lifestyle choices impact the human reproductive system and overall life cycle? Answer, healthy habits like eating nutritious food, exercising, and avoiding harmful substances help keep the reproductive system working well and support healthy growth in the life cycle. Unhealthy choices like smoking or poor diet can cause problems in reproduction and overall health.
And that wraps up today's lesson. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in.